ape shit? Have you ever seen a crowd going ape shit?
People wanted those stories for years. You know what I mean? Right. I think that people wanted those stories for years.
It's still real alive. We alive tonight, bro. We alive tonight, bro.
And not do well.
Yeah.
It's because you don't have anybody behind you that really knows what the hell they're doing.
The ladies decided that they wanted to fire my father as a manager without ever discussing it with us. We got a letter one day, and we were performing the day before together. So it was devastating to Kelly and I. They were very, very aware of everything.
There was a time when everything around Kelly Rowland looked perfect from the outside. She had fame, success, and a long history with some of the biggest names in music. But over the years, small moments, emotional interviews, and online rumors slowly built a different picture, one that felt more complicated than the image people were used to seeing. One story that keeps coming back is about a night that many believe changed how Kelly saw her position in the industry. It wasn't a concert or a major event. It was something much quieter, a private birthday dinner with Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and close family members. On the surface, it looked like a warm and joyful celebration between people who had known each other for years. But after the dinner ended, something unexpected happened. Kelly was seen outside, emotional and in tears. No one knew exactly why. There was no official explanation, and she didn't speak about it publicly. That silence is what made people curious. When a moment like that happens and there are no answers, people naturally begin to wonder what might have gone on behind closed doors. To understand why that moment stood out so much, you have to look at Kelly's journey from the beginning. Her connection with Beyoncé goes back to childhood. Long before the fame, they were just two young girls chasing the same dream. In the early 1990s, Kelly joined a group called Girls Time, and that decision changed everything for her. Not long after, she moved in with Beyoncé's family. That step brought them even closer. They weren't just group members anymore. They were like sisters. They trained together, practiced endlessly, and supported each other as they tried to make it in the music world. Eventually, that group evolved into Destiny's Child, and their success exploded. Songs like Bills, 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 and Jumpin', Jumpin' were everywhere. They became one of the most recognized girl groups in the world. For a while, it seemed like everything was moving in the right direction. However, things weren't always smooth. When members LaToya Luckett and Latavia Roberson left the group, fans started asking questions. The situation brought attention to the business side of the group and how decisions were being made behind the scenes. After that, Michelle Williams joined, and the group continued as a trio. Their success grew even bigger. They toured the world, won awards, and built a strong fan base. But in 2006, Destiny's Child officially split, and each member went on to build her own career. Even after the breakup, their bond didn't completely disappear. They reunited for major performances, like the Super Bowl halftime show in 2013, and
Which one of y'all did no? And now I know how this button feels, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm really upset.
Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady.
Beyoncé's Coachella performance in 2018. These moments reminded fans that their connection was still there. Still, behind the success, Kelly was dealing with something personal. She later opened up about feeling like she was always being compared to Beyoncé. It wasn't something she talked about right away, but over time, she became more honest about how it affected her. During an appearance on The Voice Australia, she spoke about it openly. She explained how difficult it was to stand next to someone as successful as Beyoncé while constantly being judged. Every decision, what to wear, how to sing, how to perform, felt like it would be compared. She said this feeling stayed with her for years. It wasn't just a passing thought. It was something that followed her for a long time and affected her confidence. Even with her own achievements, she sometimes felt like she was living in someone else's shadow. That kind of pressure can be hard, especially when the person you're being compared to is also someone you care about deeply. It creates a mix of emotions, pride, love, but also self-doubt. As time went on, Kelly focused on building her own path. She released music, acted in films, and created her own identity outside of the group. One of the most powerful moments in her career came with her song Dirty Laundry. In that track, she opened up in a way that surprised many people. She talked about feeling jealous at times, not out of hate, but from feeling left behind. She also shared painful experiences from a past relationship, describing emotional and physical struggles she had kept private for years. Recording that song wasn't easy for her. She admitted that she broke down multiple times while trying to finish it. Even playing it for her record label was overwhelming. It showed just how deep those experiences were and how much strength it took to finally speak about them. While Kelly was sharing her story, rumors about her personal life started to grow online. One of the biggest claims involved her.
I think it's because he loves me, and also when he doesn't, I think he's
in perfect weather suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actor.
Her son, Titan. Some people began suggesting that Jay-Z might be his father. These rumors spread quickly, especially on social media. Fans started comparing photos, pointing out similarities in facial features. Small details like a smile or the shape of the eyes became part of the discussion. A moment at a public event added fuel to the conversation. During a film screening, Jay-Z was seen reacting warmly when he recognized Kelly. For many people, it looked like a friendly interaction between longtime friends. But for others, it became something to analyze. From there, the speculation grew. Some people treated it like harmless gossip. Others believed there was something more to it. The truth is, there has never been confirmed evidence to support these claims. Still, once a rumor starts, it can be difficult to stop. At the same time, many pointed out that Kelly's husband, Tim Weatherspoon, also shares a clear resemblance with their son. But online discussions don't always follow logic. Once people become invested in a theory, it can continue even without proof. Through all of this, Kelly has mostly stayed quiet. She hasn't directly addressed every rumor, which has only added to the mystery. Some believe her silence is a way of protecting her peace. Others think it leaves room for more questions. Her story also reminds people of other artists who face challenges in the industry. Blue Cantrell is often mentioned in similar conversations. She had major success early in her career, but then things changed unexpectedly. At one point, she was seen in public during a troubling moment, which raised concerns about her well-being. After that, she stepped away from the spotlight. Fans were left wondering what happened and why her career slowed down so quickly. Blue later spoke about feeling misled in business deals and explained that she didn't earn what she expected. She also mentioned a conflict involving her legal representation, which made the situation even more complicated. Stories like hers, along with others in the industry, have led some people to believe that there are deeper issues behind the scenes. Names like Amerie and Rihanna are sometimes brought into these discussions as well. For example, Amerie's hit One Thing faced delays before its release. Even though it later became very successful, fans questioned why the label seemed hesitant at first. Some believed other artists were being prioritized, though nothing was ever fully confirmed. Rihanna's early career has also been discussed, especially regarding how quickly she rose to fame after signing her first deal. While many see it as a success story, others have questioned how much control artists truly have in those early stages. Even Kanye West has made public comments about power and influence in the industry. His statements often spark debate, with some people agreeing and others dismissing them. All of these stories connect to a larger question: how much control do artists really have over their own careers? The music industry can be complex, with contracts, management decisions, and business interests playing a major role. For Kelly, the journey has clearly been emotional. From growing up with Beyoncé to building her own identity, she has experienced both success and struggle. She has faced comparisons, personal challenges, and constant public attention. That moment outside the birthday dinner still stands out because it represents something people don't fully understand. Was it just an emotional evening, or was there something deeper behind it? The truth is, no one outside that room knows for sure, and that's what keeps the story alive. People try to connect the dots, but without clear answers, everything remains speculation. What is clear, though, is that Kelly Rowland has shown strength through it all. She has continued to create, to speak her truth, and to move forward despite the pressure. In the end, her story isn't just about rumors or headlines. It's about a person trying to find her place in a world that constantly compares, questions, and watches every move. And that's something many people can understand, even if their lives aren't in the spotlight.